We're going to continue our little adventure right off the coast of old Guam there, continuing the adventures of the USS Springfield 688 Class Flight 3 submarine in our many adventures to help defend Taiwan. Look at our medals. We got lots of shiny. We sank over 226,000 ships with only losing one Seawolf in the process, but we don't talk about that. We're taking our 688 back to Guam today. We're going to get some new ordnance on it and have a good time sinking more Chinese ships. We sank about half the Chinese Navy at this point. I don't think the video game cares about that because they just keep making more of them. To be fair, Chinese shipbuilding capacity, pretty good. Not that good, but it's pretty good. It's probably best in the world. So we have a long voyage ahead of us. We're going to get right into it. Now that I see that our volume is actually working. Our orders, I see above my head here, are to return to Guam immediately and get more weapons so we can blow stuff up. And that is what we're going to do. Let's continue on course to the west. Or I guess this would be east. This is why I'm not the navigator. And get our butt to Guam. Thanks for joining me today. It's going to be a lot of fun. I see, oh, that was really cool. There was a satellite going across the map. Kind of off screen though. That was kind of cool. All right, battle for the Spratlys. Who's this? Those look like Marines. Those guys are badass. You don't want to mess with them. Control of the Spratly hangs in the balance. The U.S. Marine Corps, hoorah! Forces fight their way onto the mainland of the Spratlys. Now, the Spratly mainland is like, I don't know, it's like a little beach. There's not much there. But it's ours now because the Marines got it. In this week's edition of an international defense journalist, Rear Admiral Turkey, retired. What? Hold on, am I in this video game? Hold on. Are you kidding me? I'm on a splash screen. How did I not know this? Okay, hold on. In this week's edition of International Defense Journal Rear Admiral Turkey, United States Navy retired, writes why neither side can claim to be winning. Now, that's not a very positive message. No. We're winning. Yeah. It's up to them to prove us we're not. Okay, dominance of the region still hangs in the balance as both sides have suffered losses. Easy there over the past few days. You'll make fun of, we lost the Seawolf. It wasn't our fault. It was the, physics, basically. There was an explosion involved in my submarine and physics did the rest. So we're going to blame nature for that one. That was a natural failure of the Seawolf. Nobody's fault. That's how we got assigned the new sub, because it wasn't our fault. All right, so here we are, day 66 of the war, 2 months into this, going into month 3, and we only got 3 medals. I'm kind of disappointed. We got to get more medals. I want shiny, because that's how you get the girls at the bar on the beach after you pull back in. All right, recent satellite overflows show quantities of Russian weaponry loading onto a Chinese freighter in the last 24 hours. Intel believes that the ships will transit to Yulin. Yulin's that little island, or it's a place on that little island on the south side of China. So let's get some weapons. Pulling into port, 5 hours to pull into port. That sounds about right. It sounds about like us. Yeah, we're not that quick. Let's go ahead and put up, there's our weapon screen for you. So what do we have right now? We had 2 harpoons. We had 1 TASM in the VLS. We have 8 land attack missiles. We're going to always keep those in case we get that mission again. We have to come all the way back to Guam to get 8 missiles. So we're going to get some, let's load some weapons here. Let's load some ad caps. Mosses. These mosses saved our bacon. I'm going to bring 1 extra one for a total of 5. The harpoons are fun, but the real punch comes in the VLS, which we're going to split half and half. It's not really necessarily half and half. It's 2/3 and 1/3. TASM and VLS. Yeah, 8, right? Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure we got that. Yeah, we do have a couple extra. Looks like in the torpedo room there. And let's get 1 more torpedo. We're actually kind of light on torpedoes on this. We only got 13. That's about half the room, though. That's not bad. That's not bad. All right, let's go intercept a convoy of Russian equipment on its way to Yulin. Look at this. They're already pushing out into the Philippine Sea. We can't have that. All right, we're going to knock out a knucklehead on the way. This Philippine Sea, a.k.a. the Gulf of America, but in the Pacific. This belongs to us, buddy. Come back here. Look at, he's running. He's running from us. That's right, you run. Uh-huh. Okay, we're up. We're copying the broadcast. We've got a brand new sonar contact at north. And we're going west. So he's to the right, also called starboard. Let's go 15,000 yards. We're at periscope depth. I got to get down. Is there a layer? No, we definitely got to get it down. We don't want to be at periscope depth. There's no layer. So let's start at 15,000 yards. That's not a change. That's fine. Listen, I know what I'm doing. You don't know. You don't know what I'm doing. All right, we are going to find out who this knucklehead is. We have a contact right there. Let's click on him. That's step one. Clicking on him. It's been a week. I got to remember how to do all this crap. Okay, hold on. Ah, yes, keys. We must classify him. Humpback whale. Sonar thinks it's a humpback whale. Who in their right mind looking at that sonar display? See, sometimes in sonar, we'll have under instruction watches where other crew members from other divisions, like, I don't know, the nukes, can come in and play sonar for a watch. We teach them how sonar works. It's a good, that's probably who we have here. That's probably who is in sonar right now going, this sounds like a biologic. But I'm telling you, the lines don't line up, Mr. Man. So we're going to get the lines to line up. We're going to help him out. We appreciate him standing and watching sonar with us, by the way. Oh, shit. Okay. It's an alpha. This is going to be fine. We're going to turn that up a little bit. We need deep water. You're going to sink an alpha. You know what would work? We could sink the alpha if it was really shallow. That's not what we have, so we could wish in one hand and reality in the other. Let's take a look at the water column. Yeah. Let's take a look at the water column. This is what we're working with. This is what we're working with. A whole bunch of void. Can't have that. Let's get tube 2 ready. Now, last time we had to shoot 2 weapons at this knucklehead, but we only have 13 total torpedoes. I don't want to be throwing out 2 weapons at a time on an alpha. So we're going to have to be a little bit better at driving it into the submarine, okay? What we're doing right now, if you're wondering, you're like, everything's really slow. That's kind of how submarine warfare works. ASW stands for awfully slow warfare. So, but we're trying, slow is quiet. So we're trying to very carefully get down as deep as possible because all the sound everybody's generating is being pushed down by the ocean. So the deeper is better because that's where all the sound is. That's where you want to be.
Passing 300 feet.
Well, it's kind of where you want your towed arrays to be and your sonar arrays. And on this class submarine, most of our sonar arrays are on the submarine itself. So that's where the submarine's going to be. We got little tricks nowadays we don't have to do that. But back when I was back in my day, we had to do certain things. And that's what we're playing. We're playing my day. Let's get rid of that screen so you guys don't have to look at that all the time. How y'all doing? It's been a week. It's good to see you guys again. Lots of positive comments over on YouTube. I do appreciate those. I do read them. And you guys are very generous with your with your YouTube comments. So thank you for that. It was very cool. Very nice. So it sounds like the alpha is changing depth. If you play Cold Waters, invest in a decent set of headphones. There's a lot of audio cues in this game that I don't think you would hear if you just had speakers on. You wear some headphones, you might hear them. You will definitely hear buoy splashes, torpedo splashes, the airplanes going overhead long before you would with speakers, and most importantly, weapon fire. Get a little heads up. Be like, oh, time to go, So I do recommend headphones. All right, so wow, so we've already got him classified. This is not a good course to be on. What is his current speed? He's doing 10 knots. We're doing 5. What's his range? 5,000 yards. That's, man, this is a good firing leg, actually. It's not a good firing course, but it's a good firing leg. Oh, look at him, he's right there.
500 feet.
Now, it's a good thing he's deaf. See, the Alpha's so small, it doesn't even have a towed array. Now, this little bucky right here, he's designed to do one thing, just go very fast. Very fast. So he heavily relies upon communication. Going up to periscope depth, talking to the bosses back home. Hey, where are the contacts at? Where do I need to be so that whenever my deaf, broken sonar hears somebody, I can actually engage them? So he's kind of like a GCI, a ground control intercept operator will direct aircraft in the Soviet structure of tactics into the battlefield and tell them what altitude to look at and engage the American or NATO planes. Well, that's kind of how the Alpha works. Think of it as a fighter but underwater. It has to go to where it's told and do a search and then conduct its attack. Its detectability from our perspective, is quite long. Like we can hear this guy a long ways away. He can't hear nothing until it's right on top of him. But he does have 6 torpedo tubes and an angry disposition, so he will take out some ships. But we're going to get in behind him here. It's a fast little bugger, though. I'm a little jealous that I did not get to, I wouldn't say serve, but at least ride on an Alpha, because these things haul butt. It's like 43 knots. I did see an Alpha in real life on my sonar screen. 1 time, 2 times. And it wasn't much. It was like, there he goes. I checked that off my list. I mean, let's, that was nice.
700 feet.
They quick. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go this way.
Come right to 040, helm I.
Looks like he's still continuing his turn here. Look at this slow turn. We talked about this before. Kind of a real tactic. I've seen something like this before. It's not exactly like that, but they'll do 2 things to try and clear their baffles. They'll do a slow turn, and then they'll also do a reverse turn. I literally think it's called an Immelman turn, which is, I know, an airplane term maneuver, but it also works for submarines, and I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. And it's where you go back down your same track. Yeah, and they do that where they used to do that, and that's scary as hell, because that's where the Americans are, and that's how collisions happen.
800 feet.
But the reason why they do that is because that's where the Americans are. They're like, stop following us, you weirdo. And we're like, no. This is how we get off. We like this. All right, we're going to level out here very, very slowly. Okay. Is he going to steady up on a course or not? What's going on here?
Come right to 000, helm I.
All right, we're going to level out about 850 feet, course of about north. I'm just waiting to see what he does. It looks like he's coming back to the left. Yeah, what's up with that? The navigator hates him right now. Yeah, the navigator's like, figure it out. Come on, bro. I think the Russian navigator with his stopwatch lost him right about here. After that, he's just guessing. Instead of dead reckoning, they have dead guessing.
Con, helm.
So the ideal position to shoot an Alpha is 6,000 yards in his baffles. That's behind him. That's what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and ingest about 10,000 pounds here. We're going to get a little bit negative on the buoyancy and adjust our depth down. I'm going to get closer to 1,000 feet. Our maximum depth that's safe to operate for this video game is 1,000 feet. So we're going to get pretty close to that. He's going to periscope depth. Awesome. We want him shallow, us deep. Good times. If he's going to PD, that means he's slowing down. He's not slowed down yet. He's still doing 10 knots. But look at him. Change in depth up there. Now, sonar would see the change in depth. So it's okay to have this screen up, watching his depth change. A submarine makes a lot of noise whenever it changes depth, but especially the Alpha. The Alpha has a titanium hull, but it's not 100% contiguous. And I'll tell you something here. You see these little holes? Like this little inlet here, these little seawater inlets. So those go inside the ship through piping that is not titanium. And those seals will creak and moan and make all sorts of noise. And so that's, even though it's a titanium hull that doesn't really change much because it's so dense, it's a light metal, but it's a dense metal. I should say it's a hard metal. Yeah, that might make more sense. So the hull itself won't make that much noise, but the seawater's got to get in somehow to cool the equipment and the people. And of course, the equipment's the priority. And so that's what's making the noise whenever he's changing depth. And if he starts operating his mast and antennas, we're going to be all over that. We got funny little names for what that sound makes that I don't think is public, so we're not going to talk about that. But it's really good. And that's how we'll know he's at PD, by the way. Change in depth is change in depth. I mean, we'll tell that we can tell he's going shallow. Yeah. But whenever we start hearing those certain sounds, we're like, oh, he's copying broadcast. Guess what? Guess what we can do? Okay, so his bearing is 304. If his course was 270, we'd be in his baffles, but it's not quite 270. It's really close to that, though. Yeah. All right. Let's get ready to shoot here. All right. So we are going to go. What's his chain? Let's check his range roll again. 7,000 yards. He's walking away from us. We don't want that. I want to go to a head 2/3.
Make turns for 10 knots.
10 knots. Sounds good to me. Good job maneuvering.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
All right. This is going to be our firing leg. I intend to conduct an attack, a torpedo attack from tube 3. Should be tube 3. We'll see what it says. The game numbers the tubes differently than in real life. So I'll say tube 3 and we'll see what the game says. We're in his baffles now. Okay, it's going to be deliberate attack tube 3 with a 1 torpedo, active homing. His run to enable is going to be 6,000 yards. Right there. Yes. And we want to make sure that the run time or the run bearing is completely in his baffles. So we're going to let him get out just a little bit more. All right, I think we're ready. He's going to speed up. He's doing 10 knots at PD, so he's not doing anything up there except being stupid. Okay, so we're going to go firing point procedures on Sierra 1, the Alpha, with tube 3, bearing 184. Run to enable has been pushed out to 6.6 thousand yards. The ship is ready. The weapon is ready. Shoot tube 3.
Come left 2.
Or do that.
2. Helm
We could
I.
do that.
Come
That's
right
the other thing
2.
that we
3,
could do.
5, 9.
Or we could
Helm
shoot tube
I.
3, if I remember the fucking key. Okay. How about we shoot tube 3? We just turned towards them. Let's not do
Come
that.
right 2. 0. Helm I.
Ah, that's the button. Okay. Once again.
Shoot tube 2.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Con,
Okay.
helm,
I should put
steady
little
course.
stickies on my screen so that I see what the game calls it. That's not actually tube 2, but whatever. Who cares? Not me. Now, I just heard a splash. That's weird. There's no aircraft overhead. What the hell was that splash? Oh, that was the post-launch of our Torpedo 2. It's called return to battery. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about that. That's fine. That's funny that's in the game, though. Oh, he's maneuvering. Why? Ooh, why? Look at him go. Is he speeding up? No. He is not speeding up. All right, I'm going to have the Torpedo do a passive homing on this initially because his distance is quickly getting out to 9,000 yards. So notice how this is a little over 2/3 of the total distance. That's a good place to enable. So we're not wasting time looking for other contacts that we don't even care about.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, so the weapon has acquired. I'm going to steer the weapon back onto target because it does something silly in the game that makes no sense. It's just getting up to the proper depth. It should reacquire right here. That's the weapon.
Con
That's
sonar,
the target.
Noisemaker bearing.
Okay.
2.
Put
7
him active.
Con sonar. Launch transient from Sierra 1.
I'm going to try and reacquire here. Come on, baby. Get him. Get him.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Get him. Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus.
Con sonar lost
Yeah.
contact. Sierra 1.
Beautiful.
Last bearing 2. 7 6. Contact breaking up.
He did counterfire on the weapon, but guess what? That's not where we're at. Nope. Don't even need... Well, technically this is torpedo evasion right now, but... Yeah. So not a bad start. Not a bad start. Let's just watch him sink. Let's see where his torpedo enables. I'm curious as to what range he put that. I'm going to do a little bit of research on the game. We're going to do a little bit of science right there. Okay, that was his range to enable 7,000 yards. He was at about 10. So he did about a 3,000 yards. Oh, okay, let's go ahead and speed up a little bit because that...
Make turns for 2.
That second one's a lot
0
closer than I
knots.
thought it was.
Maneuvering I.
So we're going to go ahead and speed up and get out of its acquisition cone.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for...
Yeah, he's looking right
2,
at us. That's not
0
good.
knots.
Huh. Uh-oh. He's looking, but he's not finding. Okay, cool. That's a good evasion right there. I did speed up in the end. If he had only shot one weapon, we would have been fine, but he shot two. He shot a spread, so got to play it safe. Good encounter. Any questions? That's how you do it. Someone a couple weeks ago asked me to make tutorials. Every one of these is a tutorial. That's how you do it. It's that simple. Except the part where I wasn't hitting the right button. You don't do that part. On your case, you should hit the right button. I was not hitting the right. I was in the wrong button. That's okay. I can overcome my own deficiency with my own skill. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's how we're doing it.
Come left 2, 3, 1, 1.
All right, we got a ship to intercept, so let's get busy. Let's go do that. A Russian ship, part of the Shadow Fleet. Shadow Fleet. Yeah, we were playing 688, Von Kerman.
Steady course.
Yep, the Sea Wolf was too much for him. We were having too much fun, so we switched to the 688. It was a choice. Kind of, sort of. Maybe not. All right. He's going to be outside of our detection range here in 1 second. Uh-oh. Who's this? Kimmy. Kim, thanks for the super chat. He says, Command didn't give us another Seawolf.
Torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Listen, one's in Washington. We kind of lost the one we had, and the other one already had a captain, and he was like, I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm still having fun. So, we had to get a Flight 3. If anything, they made the game more fun because now it's a little more difficult. All right, there we go. Leave combat. Yes, let's go. Alpha sunk. The end. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, not really. I'm just joking. All right, let's find this flipping Russian fleet that's... Oh, here we go. Who we got here? Who's this? Oh, this is probably a diesel boat. Look at it. He's hanging around the little ledge called the Continental Shelf. We're at PD again. We're always copying the broadcast. That's how we roll. We're doing the right thing, listening to the orders from the radio room. We do have a very weak layer at 160 feet. That's awesome. So got a little bit of thermal protection, if you will. New Sonar contact bears to the west. We're headed west. Well, okay. We'll probably be turning. Sonar thinks it's a submarine contact. 15,000 yards away. Let's go.
Con, sonar, new.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet. Let's take a listen. Let's find out who's out there. Let's find out who's out there. There he is. Oh. There we go. You guys can look at him. All right, so we don't have the nuke on board anymore, so he's back in the engine room making power for us and clean water for our showers, and then heating it up for us too. He's a good dude. Okay. I thought it was a song. It could be a song. But maybe a Romeo? There's song. Ah, a Ming. It's a Ming-a-ling.
Sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Thank you, Sonar. All right, so what do we do here? What's job number 1? Besides clean up the screen. What do we want to do whenever you get a possible submerged contact? In the chat, let me know. And this is a question. I mean, try to get it right. I'm going to get a bunch of joke answers. I get that. That's fine. But for those of you that know, what's the first thing you do? In this video game, by the way. Turn away. How do you know the bearing? If he's right off your bow, both directions are away, I suppose. Yeah. Track his course. There you go. So I call it direction of motion. Put the little line on him and see which side of that line does he go, and you go the other way. Sometimes doing nothing is the right answer too. Because do you know what you're doing whenever you first gain him? Or not doing, I should say? You're not hitting him. Yeah. You can turn and cause a collision. So you don't want to do that. All right. Now, this is bad because his bearing is not changing very much. Yeah, that means this might be a collision course. Yeah, okay. And he's a little north of the line, but not much. So I am going to go left to 180. We're going to turn away.
Come left to.
So whoever said turn away, you were right, by the way.
Helm aye.
There's a few more steps between step 1 and step 5, you know. Good job. I'm also staying shallow because I have him up here. If I go deep, I may lose him. There is a layer involved. Yeah. Well, yeah, Death on High says 1 ping only. Yeah. I suppose you could go active if you have a certain sonarman on board who's trying to impress the captain because he's a knucklehead and F's that up. Thanks for the trauma. Do you know how much counseling I've had to have? Well, one, I had Navy counseling for one, but I mean, like, to get over that, that took a while. I was like, listen, why do I mess up so much, doctor? And they're like, you try too hard. Close all the bulkheads. Those had better already be shut. Yeah. Shut those when you go to condition zebra. Unlock the screen door. That's right, James. Very good. I see we have a professional in the chat. Thank you, James. Well done, sir. Well played. The layer is a hard line. Can be heard through. Sure. Yeah, you can hear submarines through the layer. You absolutely can. Okay, let's bring it up. There's the layer. We're both above the layer. If I change depth, I could lose this contact. So what I want to do is I have one leg being one direction of motion where I know where his bearing is, and it was almost no change in bearing. Now we're on a different leg. We're going south, and I'm going to put the cursor out here again and see
helm, steady course.
And see if that made any
Sonar,
difference.
Sierra 1 is
Oh
cavitating.
boy. This is okay. Bad. This is a terrible course. We're putting him in the perfect firing position. Hey, sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes that just happens, okay? The biggest thing is we did not collide with him. He's also changing course. So we're not going to change course while he changes course because that just complicates the math. I like simple math. I'm a simple man. My calculator is on my phone, and I'm not allowed to have my phone underway anymore for reasons I can't get into. So I like simple math. I do lots of rules of thumb. The left thumb. Oh, crap. This guy's close. What the fuck? Okay. We are going to turn away from that.
Come left to.
We're immediately going to turn away from that.
9, helm
This guy
aye.
is super duper close to us. Oh my God. Can you guys see that? Holy crap. Howdy, neighbor. Well, it sure is nice copying the broadcast this time of day, isn't it? Holy man. We should get below the layer now. I'm going to very quietly bring on about 1,000, maybe 2,000 pounds and get below the layer. Holy smokes. If he shoots us right now, it's going to be a lot of fun to dodge that. Holy Jesus. It's like a phone booth. Get back to your own side of the phone booth, knucklehead. I definitely told the game to start at 15,000 yards. What happened? What happened, game? We're very slowly turning away. We're like, oh no. It's right there. We could reach out and like, yeah. We're slowly coming down. So slowly like you can't even see it. I had to take him through the baffles. I had no choice. I couldn't turn towards him. I got to take him through the baffles. The idea is take him through the baffles as quickly as possible, so if he does anything in the baffles like maneuver, he doesn't have a lot of time down there. Yeah, right? Yeah, we could exchange tea.
feet.
Hell, we could do an officer exchange program at this range, you know? That we could do a little cultural reach out between the two of us, you know? I'm about to show him the new Lockheed technology we got. My Mark 48. All right, we're right on the layer now. Sometimes you can hit that layer and your depth change will literally slow down, sometimes even stop if it's a really strong layer. And you'll have to bring on more water to kind of get through it. Or
Con,
more than likely, put a little
course.
angle on the planes and just kind of drive through it. Because once you get to the other side, you'll be negatively buoyant again. But I've seen some layers. Where's a really good example? The Med. Holy crap. If you're in the Mediterranean Sea, some of those layers are like a floor. You got to drive through them. Sound will bounce off them like it's the ocean bottom. And it's at like 200 feet. You get under that layer, you're good to go. Yeah, well, until they put that VDS down there, and then that's not so good. Yeah. Somebody let the Europeans in on our secrets. All right, we're going to continue our left-hand turn back to the
Helm
west,
left 2,
northwest.
336. Helm I.
Slowly getting down there. His range is 4.5 thousand yards. About twice what it was when we found him. Yeah. I'm driving into his baffles. We're going to shoot him with one Mark 48. It's a good thing he's not paying attention. We're definitely on his sonar screen. At least at 2,000 yards we were, for sure. He just wasn't looking at it. Or it was not turned on. I don't know. You get that close to another sonar system, you're probably on it at some point. Unless it's the Alpha. That's completely different. The Alpha's like, ugh. It's like they should have even bothered putting a sonar system on the Alpha. Because they kind of didn't. Even though it's got one. They did not care. They're like, go fast. Okay. Yeah, so the Ming, oh man,
Passing
ancient
200 feet.
ancient Chinese technology. This thing is so old. What does it predate? When did they make the Mings? God, I want to say the 50s. I wonder if that's that's probably in the in-game ship database. Let me just pull that up real quick while we're waiting on this turn. Yeah, where's the write-up on that? Like, I've got the in-game overlay that's kind of off your screen right now. I'm looking at says that it's got a test depth of 980 feet, but it doesn't give me any kind of history on it. Just know that it's old. It's probably the oldest diesel boat in the game for this campaign. Oh, he's cavitating again. What's he doing, Sonar? What's going on? Let's bring up Sonar again, see what's going on there. You see any changes in his profile? He is a lot louder than he was. Well, that's because he was cavitating. So he changed something. Probably speed. Well, it was a cavitation. It was a burst of cavitation. It wasn't consistent. So instead of it being speed, he could have changed course. Yeah. And the fact that we're tracking a Ming through the layer kind of says a lot. Yeah, there you go. Change course. Change course right there. So what we're going to do, so the rule of thumb for me in this video game, again, is to shoot the Ming at greater than 5,000 yards. Closer to 6 is okay too. He's not going to run away from your torpedo. You can shoot him at 10,000 if you wanted to, but don't shoot him inside 5 because his counterfire is going to be problematic. So we're going to make sure he's outside 5, preferably in his baffles. We don't have to be. This is the nice thing about diesel boats. Whenever you're targeting them, they cannot outrun the torpedo. They will not outrun it. So you just get the torpedo in the right ballpark, and the torpedo will do the rest. Yeah, he's really coming around. Sonny, he says, can you shoot down aircraft in this game? No, you cannot. There is no surface-to-air missile in this game. There might be in the mods. There are a lot of mods for this game, for those of you in the mod community and that know how to install mods. I don't know about those. They might have added it in that, but in this base game that we're playing today, there's no anti-air capability. I have Tube 2 ready, by the way. We're going to shoot him. One, I want to see what course he steadies up on, and then I want to see what our range is on that course, because it was about 5,000 yards. It might not be that far away anymore. He turned towards us. Battlestar, thank you for the super chat again. He says, when are you going to get in touch with Habitual Line Crosser? Would love to see Sonartism. Yeah, I know, right? With Missiletism. I think he's a really cool dude. I've watched a lot of his videos since people have been asking me about that. I didn't realize that I was already following him on YouTube because he's somebody that I had enjoyed, along with everybody else that I follow on YouTube. But I don't know the guy, so I don't know if it's cool to just like to do something like that, right? So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, his missilism and my sonarism, we would be like a buddy cop fighting crime together, in the most autistic way possible, which would be hilarious on caffeine. Yeah, it'd be great. So I don't know. I can't answer your question honestly, and I don't want to lie to you, of course. So I'll just say I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. I do know who you're talking about. I do watch his videos and I do subscribe to him. Occasionally I'll leave a comment on him too. So you may see my little comment on a lot of his stuff because it's really funny. He's a funny dude. Yeah. But I think that speaks a lot to the quality of us enlisted people in the U.S. Military in general. Is we're kind of quirky. We have crazy shenanigan sense of humor, but we're very competent in our specific job, right? Like I'm one of many sonarmen, right? And so if you think I'm kind of like off the knob, and I am, you should see my buddies. There's 2,500 other ones that are in the Navy right now on submarines. The surface ship guys, I can't speak to them, but yeah. So just know that if you go to war with the United States, you're going to be, fighting a bunch of autistic, highly caffeinated, motivated, trained individuals that enjoy the hell out of kicking your ass. Yeah. So think about that before you do it. We're going to be laughing our asses off as you blow up.
Come left to 270, helm aye.
All right. We did manage to open range. Hallelujah. Now, if he goes active, all bets are off. And we're still sinking out, by the way. We're trying to get down deep. He's going to stay above that layer. I don't know why, but that's what he's doing. So we're going to be opposite of whatever he's doing, and we're going to engage him. Death on High is telling me to email the fat electrician. Again, I don't email people I don't know. I don't know why, but that's just something I don't do. Also, I don't email people. I do everything through LinkedIn for my professional side of things. So if anybody wants to reach out to me on LinkedIn for professional stuff, that's how you do it. I don't just fire off an email to people I don't know. That's called spam. I don't do that. An autistic sonarman, like Sonar from... Well, hey, listen. I think the documentary Down Periscope is a fantastic film. Everybody should watch. Yeah. Harlan Waynes. Is that his name? Harlan Williams? Harlan Waynes? I forget the actor who played the sonar tech in Down Periscope, but he did a fantastic job of kind of the extreme comical side of Sonar. Obviously over the top, right? But still, very funny movie. And his perfect sense of physical humor and comedian for the Sonar side in that movie is fantastic. I want to say it's Harlan Waynes, but I feel like Waynes is a comedian, a different comedian. Like the Waynes brothers. You guys... Oh, it's Harland Williams. Thank you. Harland Williams. Yes, that's who played it. I think he's a funny dude. Yeah, he's a good actor. Okay, what kind of range are we talking about now? We're talking about 7,000 yards. We could shoot him right now. We're not in the baffles. So not the best firing position. I don't feel like getting shot today. So we're just going to continue to slowly sink out. I can actually bring on a couple more pounds of water, which I'll do here.
Passing 500 feet.
And so now you can see our depth separation there, right? So typically, I found you either want to be very shallow or very deep when you shoot. You don't want to be in the middle, the water column, because that's no man's land. If you're in the middle of the water column, whenever they counterfire, they're going to see you. The torpedo that's counterfired at you will see you if it's anywhere near you. If you're deep and the counterfire is shallow, like we saw in the previous mission, there's a chance that even if it goes overhead, it may not see you. Depends on thermal layer, lots of things. But it's better than being at the same depth as the torpedo, right? He's shallow. If he counterfires, that torpedo is going to start shallow. So I want to be opposite of that. Let's see here. That's your favorite Kelsey Grammer film? Yes. Oh, Kelsey Grammer. Yeah, yeah. He did a great job. He's a good comedic actor. And yeah, I thought he did a really good job. There's a lot of really good actors in that whole movie. Like the guy that says if you can dodge a wrench, in Dodgeball, he's in that movie as somebody. I forget who.
Passing 600 feet.
The guy that plays the jerk admiral, he pulls that off a little too well. I'm like, this guy might really be a jerk. Or he's a really great actor, But yeah, all around a really good movie. Okay, I think we're in his baffles now. Let's check his bearing. Okay, so he's 16, we'll say 0. And he's on a course of about almost 150. So, yeah, we're in baffles. Okay, let's steady she goes. Oh, we're in the middle of the water column. I said don't be here, and I'm going to do it. Okay, let's get down on depth dive. So let's go ahead and get some 10 degrees down. Speed up 10 knots.
Make turns for 10.
I'm going to go ahead and dial up,
Maneuvering aye.
dial a depth here, 900 feet.
Maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Make depth 900 feet. Dive
You
aye.
can't see it, but on the other side of the screen, you can dial a specific depth if you want to. I try not to use that. Okay, he faded. Fantastic. This is what I know where he's at. This is the point of diesel boats. This is why America doesn't have any of these things. If this was a nuke boat, I would not know where he's going to go. I know that no matter what the Ming does, it's not going to go very far from where we last had him. Because he's slow. So I don't mind not having contact right now. I'm going to shoot this guy because I know that he's within 1,000 yards of that point. And by the time we fire, probably 2,000 yards. All right, we're at 10 knots. We're on depth. We're on course. We're going to go firing point procedures on CR1 the Ming with tube 2, bearing 155. Run to enable is going to be 6,100 yards. Solution set. Ship's ready. Weapons ready. Fence is set. Shoot tube 2.
Dive at 900 feet. Dive aye.
So what this means is whenever we get to our surface ship encounter, I'm going to use a lot of missiles. Because we're already down to 12 torpedoes. We just shot that one down to 11. So we want to make sure that we don't want to run out of torpedoes. Like if I only have missiles remaining, we're going to go back to Guam. We don't want to be in that situation. I also set this torpedo to search shallow. So whenever it enables, we'll watch it swim up above that layer. And oh yeah, check this out. On the depth screen, you'll see the little weapons depth too. So this weapon, and you'll be able to see the cavitation it has there, go up above the layer. I'll leave that up for you. And we'll read some chat. You had to get up at 3 a.m. to catch me? Worth it? Who is that? Oh, Backseat Gamer. Yeah, how's it going, man? I recognize your name, for sure. You must be in Australia or something. Are you in Australia or Philippines or over in that side of the world? Yeah. Oh, there it goes. It just enabled. I told it to enable passively again because the target's not alerted. I shoot the weapon with active enabled at the enable point. In case I lose the wire, I wanted to have that. But if I keep the wire in this situation, I turn the active back off again.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
The weapon found the target, and I'm not going to do anything. We're going to do that so you guys can see it. I'm not going to turn on the weapons active. The weapon's going to home in on the noise that it's making.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing,
periscope
1,
depth.
4, 3.
Well, that kind of changes things. Let's see what the weapon does.
Con,
I might turn it
fire
on.
Control, weapon acquired.
If I zoom out a little bit, you can see our course. He is going to fire back down our course, so we might have to evade.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 1, 4, 1.
He did. Oh, crap. That's a really good shot. Ahead flank.
Make turns for 3,
Oh, man.
3 knots.
We might
Maneuvering
be
aye.
in trouble. Shoot. Hold on one second. This shot right here is really good. I'm going to continue to run at 900 feet and see what happens. All right, we might have some torpedo beats here in a second. Let me adjust my gaming chair for maximum efficiency. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, it's doing a search. That's going to slow it down significantly. We might be able to outrun its cone. That thing enabled way early. He had no idea what our range was. So we were over 10,000 yards away from the weapon's enable point. Now it's going to snake for 10,000 yards. That's 5 miles. And we're going to run away while it does that. Yeah, angles and dangles time. That's right. You guys know the terms. I know we have a lot of Navy people that watch, so I appreciate you guys also keeping the stream declassified. Like, I seriously appreciate that. Holy crap. Like, we wouldn't be able to do this if you guys went on a tirade. So I just want to recognize that I know a lot of you know what you're talking about. Thank you for not trying to impress strangers on the internet. Yeah. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, a lot of Navy people. F-16 office mode.
Torpedo room.
What? Office mode?
Maneuvering, making turns for.
Yeah, that's right. This ain't War Thunder. That's right. I think we're able to drive outside the acquisition cone there. If it doesn't get us on this pass, I think we're all right. Just want to make sure we're not sinking out still. Okay. Yeah, we're still at 900 feet. So whenever you play the 688, keep in mind you don't want to go below 1,000. You can. Just try not to do that. Yeah. This was the torpedo here I was worried about. And if we look at the plot, because we're going so fast, we really don't even have torpedo contact. And that's kind of accurate. Whenever you're going to flank bell, your sonar arrays are kind of masked by all the flow noise, even the towed array. The towed array will just be a wash of junk. But we will hear it's active. The torpedo active. And so getting these little red pings, very accurate. And you can see they've already gone past our track. We're good to go. So now we could actually, there may be other contacts out there. I don't believe there are in this scenario.
Turns for 1-5.
But it's a good idea to,
turns for 5 knots.
once you've confirmed that the evasion's successful, do another sonar search. You know, slow down, clear your baffles, because just because you won one fight doesn't mean the fight's over.
Aye, sir.
Yep. Okay. Listen. I just want to make sure the Ming's dead. That's what that was. That wasn't a course change gone wrong. Nope. I don't know why we had tube 2 loaded anyway. Did I say I did say to reload tube. Okay. Look. It's fine. We're going to put this weapon out here. Son of a gun. Now we're down to 10 weapons. I'm just ramping up the difficulty. We're at Aaron level of difficulty at this point. How many taxpayer dollars was that?
5 knots.
Ugh, that's a couple million. Like 4 million, I think. Oh, man. I'll be working that off in port. Probably doing push-ups. They're going to make me load a Mark 48 by myself. Which, that's a trick. Let me tell you what. Oh, God. All right. Listen. You guys don't know what it's like being me, okay? It's pretty tough. Pretty tough. I should not live stream. I would totally edit that out. I would be like, we dodged him. End of video. This would not get broadcast. No. I can still edit this out from the Jive Turkey channel. They'll have no idea what happened. They'll be like, why has he only got 10 now? I don't know. Yep. Welcome to my world. He's still too close. Let's read some chat. Oh, wow. Yeah, Desk Bop. Yeah. Sami, thank you for the super chat. Jingles launch. Yeah, I was trying to turn the submarine, and I instead launched a freaking weapon because I had the wrong button pushed. Well, I actually had the wrong cursor up is what it was. But you get the wrong cursor up by hitting the wrong button, so kind of the same thing. There we go. All right, end of combat. My gosh, that's going to be... Mark the time on that one. Too lazy to edit it out. I'll just leave it in there. Oh, hey, here he comes. That's our boy. That's our boy right there. Uh-oh. We need another P3 flyover. Oh, wait, who's this? Who's that? Why do we have a blue tank in Hong Kong? Yes, come to me. Okay, this is going to be the guys. So we're going to put a decoy in tube 2 this time. All right, so here's what I'm looking at. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. I'm going to do a mixed attack. This is kind of unnecessary, but because I want to get rid of some of the TASMs out of the torpedo room, I got 3. I'm going to shoot a TASM from the torpedo room and then a harpoon at 2 targets. And then we're going to keep this torpedo as a defensive weapon, and we'll have the decoy loaded because things are going to get crazy, right? We know that. This might be a big fleet. We'll start him at 20,000 yards. I'm only doing that because the minimum firing range of the Tomahawk is like 10,000. It's really far out there. So, all right, contacts to the north. We're headed northeast, kind of. We're at periscope depth again. Strong thermal layer. Missile attack. Shoot the decoy above the layer. That's going to be key. Then we're going to get our rear end below the layer and turn. Very strong surface duct. They might have us. You know what? Because it's a strong surface duct, I'm going to push them out to 25 because we'll definitely have them. And that's the farthest out I can push it. Yep.
On sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Okay, let's get missile ready.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 040.
Upscope.
Okay. Oh, look down bearing. Okay. We have a strong ESM contact on this bearing. I don't see him. And one to the north. I don't see him either. Down. Down.
Downscope.
Jesus. Okay. It didn't go down right away. Let's get into sonar. Oh, crap. You guys already saw it. Okay. With that active. Oh, what's the bearing of the active? Okay. Farpoint procedures missile on CR2. Okay, and Sierra 1.
Shoot 2-1.
I just want to confirm that they were warships. Merchants do not have active sonar.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-2.
Mercy
Aye,
deep.
sir.
Torpedo evasion.
Turns 4-3 knots.
Decoys away.
Maneuvering con sonar. We are cavitating.
Yep, let's go. Once we get below that layer, once we get below this layer, we're going to turn
Passing
away.
100 feet.
That decoy is us, as far as they're concerned.
Passing 200 feet.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1.
Right full rudder?
Last
Passing 300 feet.
Let's go.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar no longer cavitating. Come right to 130. Helm aye.
Passing 800 feet.
We're passing 800 feet. We're going to get down to 950 feet. Go ahead and dial a depth here.
Passing 900 feet.
Oh, fuck.
Make depth 350
No.
feet, dive by.
950.
Make depth 950 feet, dive by.
Okay. Get back up. You guys are the worst. We exceeded 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that torpedo's out there looking for us. Its range is 2.5. We have a helicopter right there. Helicopter definitely hears our decoy. May hear us too because we're at a flank bell. I'm gambling that this strong thermal layer right here is going to mask us. It doesn't get any stronger than that in this game. What's ambient noise too? It says 78, 79. It's kind of quiet, honestly.
3 knots.
So that's not working in our favor for evasion. Let's go ahead and rearm some torpedoes here. I think both of our missiles were destroyed. Okay. This is a good evasion, so we're going to go ahead and slow back down.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Come left to 069. Helm aye. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 012.
Let's try and get a classification on this knucklehead.
Con maneuvering, making turns. Make turns.
I'm going to help Sonar out by slowing down.
Make turns for 5
Crap.
knots. Maneuvering aye.
That's another weapon launch right
Con,
there.
Helm, steady
So
course.
they're attacking our decoy. That's excellent. That's what we want to see. All right, Sierra 2.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
We know it's a warship, so let's get to those. Possibly
Con sonar. Con maneuvering, making turns for
2 weapons in
5
the water there.
knots.
Tiangse. The Tiangse. They're going to feel really stupid. I'm going to let them waste some weapons on that decoy, and then I'm going to come up and shoot them. So our what's our total? So if the layer depth is say 230 feet, what's a good depth for us?
Make depth 250 feet, dive high.
It's about 250. You want to be below that layer. Oh shit, that's right on top of us. Fuck.
Make
Right full
turns
rudder.
for 3 knots.
Shoot the decoy.
Maneuvering aye.
Oh crap.
Make turns for 10. Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Time to leave. Speed up. All right, they must have got a whiff of us somehow, and I'm not sure how.
Come right to 240. Helm aye.
These guys are good. There's a sonar buoy right overhead, too. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, that's a very close
Con,
aircraft.
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
All right, let's go right full
Con,
rudder.
knuckle formed.
Yeah, they're depth charging over there. Okay.
Con maneuvering, making turns for. Make turns for 5 knots.
All right, we're going to slow down,
Maneuvering
regain
aye.
contact. We're going to conduct a torpedo attack on the surface ship that is near us.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2, bearing 0.
Oh, they shot themselves. Possibly. No, that's our decoy. Okay, never mind. That airplane's really close. Wow, he's really good. He dropped another sonar buoy on. Okay, let's change course.
Come right to 028. Helm aye.
The airplane that keeps flying overhead has us somehow.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5.
All right, it's time. Let's go on the offensive here. Yeah. Once we set up on course, I'm going to shoot 1 Mark 48 on CR1. CR2, actually. CR1's still too far away. I'm hoping he gets a little bit closer because our decoy's still out there. I don't want to give him time to run past our own decoy and get our weapon distracted. All right, let's see what he does with our new course change. I expect an attack from this airplane. I just don't know if it's going to be a bomb or a torpedo. That's why we changed course.
Helm, steady course.
In case that was a depth charge attack, the depth charge should be to our left. It should be right over here to the left. Which I didn't want to be over there, you know. Oh, crap. Over this way. Is he tracking us? There's no way he's tracking us. Okay, computer says he might be tracking us. So let's get to the shadow zone. Let's go to 250 feet.
Make depth 250 feet. Dive by.
Haven't heard the airplane in a while. He might have gone away. Never mind. He's back. Back again. Going right overhead. Oof.
Make turns for 10 knots.
He
Maneuvering
just
aye.
passed right over us. Oh, there it is.
Con maneuvering.
Head flank.
Make turns for 3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
That's why we weren't down there. These guys got us dead to rights,
Passing
man.
600 feet.
It's not good.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
And we are cavitating. Let's go slow back down
Make
again.
turns for 15. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Okay, snapshot tube 1, bearing
Con
333.
maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Lost the wire on that one. Reload tube 1, torpedo evasion.
Make turns for 3
Left full, right full rudder.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 700 feet.
Okay, that's our weapon going shallow, looking for that ship.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet.
Okay, that's deep enough. Let's go and level this thing out. Okay.
Come left to 092.
We're driving back towards
aye.
the sonar buoy field, so I want to correct course a little bit.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 2 bearing. Con helm steady
That's a good
course.
shot.
Con sonar noisemaker bearing.
All right, this
3,
torpedo did
3,
acquire.
1.
Let's go left full rudder. Head 2/3.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
All right, he dropped something in the water there. Must be a bomb because it's not a sonar buoy. We'll see what depth he has him go off at. Okay.
Con, maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
We slowed down to 15 knots during the turn. Kind of throw off his solution a little bit. We're evading this torpedo right now is what's going on.
Come left 271, helm aye. Con, helm, steady course.
All right, we're steady on course. Speed back up. Actually, they're tracking us at a flank bell. Let's try to evade at 15 knots. 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
How far away is our weapon? Okay. Well, it's 13,000 yards away. Just that's safe for us. It's turned into a really good fight. These guys know what they're doing.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 332.
We're waiting on our torpedo.
Lost contact.
Got him.
Sierra
Okay.
2. Last
Let's go get his buddy.
332. Contact. Come right to 332. Helm aye.
So I intend on staying at 15 knots because apparently they're not tracking us at this speed. Also, we're going to change depth now. Let's come up to 250 feet.
Make depth 250 feet. Dive high.
All right. We've already spent way too much ordnance on this little fight. I don't know if this is our mission.
Con, helm, steady course.
This might have been a patrolling to Yonsei and a Luda. I think the second one's a Luda. CR1 here. That was depth charges. Somebody just exploded. Huh. I'm not sure what that was. Now, Sierra 1, he could be evading. If he's running to the north, we're going to have to catch up to him. So we don't have any clue where Sierra 1 is. This was our initial and only contact. It was 40,000 yards away. I'm going to wait for the airplane to pass. And if there's no close sonar buoys, we're going to go above the layer, do a sonar search, see if we can regain contact, at least get a bearing. And then we're going to chase him down. So we'll give Mr. Airplane 2 minutes here. And if he doesn't come by in 2 minutes, we'll go above the layer. I'll read some chat.
Con, dive at 250 feet. Dive high.
Peter's here. Good morning, Peter. Yeah, we don't know the classification of Sierra 1. That's the thing. I assume it's a warship. It's rare that a ship will operate by itself. Americans do, but even that's rare. Usually we don't. And that airplane's close. Oh, he dropped something. Oh. You know what? That's fine. Let's come up above the layer.
Make turns. Con
I'm going to do a bold move here. This is going to be bold. This is really kind of crazy.
Passing 200 feet.
Yep. We're going to get a quick bearing on this knucklehead.
Raise the radar mast.
Where is he at?
Con sonar, master 1 is classified as.
It's a Luda. We're going to go hunting, boys. Gotta get back down before the airplane comes back. Oh shit. Left full rudder.
Maneuver.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 100 feet. Passing 200 feet. Passing 300 feet. Passing 400 feet.
Not today, Satan.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 6.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 700 feet.
Bobby wanted to play.
Make
Stop the shaft.
Make turns for 0 knots. Make turns for 0 knots.
Shoot the Luda in the face. We're down here at 700 feet.
Back emergency, maneuvering eye.
There we go.
Make turns for. Make
Snapshot
turns
on tube
5
1.
knots.
Shallow
Maneuvering eye.
on the bearing of Master 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Enable the weapon. Hello. Enable it.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Alright. I want Luda thinking about something other than attacking me. Like running for his life. Steer the weapon a little bit. She's going down the bearing. Eventually that Luda should turn around. What was his range? Oh yeah, we're fine. Yeah, a long ways away. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. We'll see what this airplane does. This guy's a pain in my butt. Ooh, yeah, we are heading towards the sonar buoy, aren't we? That's not good. I'll put a little bit of a right rudder on just to get away from this buoy. I want to be heading west, right? We're kind of going southwest, so. Also, I need to see what's in the room here. We're down to 8 weapons, 8 torpedoes. We have about 10 anti-ship missiles at this point. I got to make sure this weapon hits. Can't keep shooting these weapons like this. We're not even going to make one mission today without having to reload. Oh, crap. Is that a bomb? There's something right next to us. It didn't blow up, whatever it was. I saw something right up here.
Passing 700 feet.
Why? What? Why? Why are we changing depth? Good lord. I said put on a rudder.
Come right to 271 helm eye.
Don't put on that full rudder. Are you kidding me? We almost lost the wire right there because these people are silly. Do not lose the wire. Yeah, he's still down that bearing. He must not hear this weapon. This weapon's right below the surface. In that strong surface duct. He should hear the weapon. Unless he's doing 30 knots coming right for us. Uh-oh. That was definitely an... Oh, crap. Yep. That's not good. Head flank. That's bad. That's real bad.
3 knots.
Blow the
Maneuvering
variable. Shit. That's bad. Check damage. Oh, God. Propulsion.
Damage control parties. Lay to the machinery space.
Passing 600
We're fine.
feet.
We're fine. Did we lose the wire? We lost the wire.
We are cavitating.
Yeah, it's because we're...
Passing 500 feet.
That was a really good shot by him. That airplane is kicking our butt.
Make turns for 1. Con sonar, no longer cavitating. Come left to 272 helm
Oh, we're going
eye.
to sink out. That's not good. I changed depth so we don't have as much pressure coming in on the hull. The pumps are keeping up with the water.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
That was a really good shot. Well, his bombs. Our shot? I don't know. What's going on here? Our weapon should be, like... Oh, it's okay. It's going
Sonar
up. There we
lost
go.
Contact. Master 1. Last bearing 351. Contact breaking up.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Man, that's a... Are you kidding me? All right. This guy's being a jerk.
Turns for 339. Con sonar. We are cavitating.
Yep. That's pretty close. That was pretty close.
Passing 500 feet.
Time to get down. Get
Con
down
sonar.
on it.
No longer cavitating.
That's because we're going deep.
Passing 700 feet.
Okay.
Passing 800 feet.
Come left 2, 3, 5, 6. Helm aye.
Con, knuckle formed.
Come left 2, 3, 5, 1. Helm aye.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get over the wrecks and see if that will help us. He's tracking us through magnetic anomaly right now. What the hell? Okay.
Con helm.
I'm going to try and get
Course.
over this wreck here. The one we just sank. Yep.
Come left 2, 3, 4, 8. Helm
So-
aye.
You know, hopefully he'll confuse us
Con,
between this
helm,
one, that
steady
one,
course.
and of course we're going to be the only one moving. He could just bomb all three of us. Yeah. Now, there's probably swimmers in the water. You wouldn't think they'd be dropping depth charges around them, but you never know. You never know.
Come right 2, 3,
Oops,
4,
there we go.
9. Helm aye. Make turns for.
Let's go ahead and reload that too.
5 knots.
So he doesn't track us at 1.5 knots. I'm going to slow down to that and see if we can get away here. And I'll read some chat. How many depth charges does this plane have? I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah. Imagine there's some sailor in the back just chucking them out the rear end of the plane.
Making turns for.
Wouldn't want that job.
5 knots.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Okay.
Make
Right full
turns
rudder. I don't know if we can dodge
3,
this one.
3 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I hope to God that's a sonar buoy. Nope. Oh, boy. Okay. This is bad.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 700 feet.
Make turns for 0 knots.
I guess it wasn't a depth charge. What the hell did he drop? He dropped something. It splashed in the water.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
All right. We got everything reloaded.
Passing
That's great.
500 feet.
Let's go ahead and level out here. I want to keep going towards
Come
the north.
left 2, 3, 5, 1. Helm aye.
What the heck did he drop?
Back emergency.
No,
Maneuvering
no,
aye.
no, 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 no.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering aye.
I'm hoping masked in that shadow zone. I'm a little bit deep for it. You can hear the wreck over there, right? So we're going to try and make our way that way.
Come left 2, 3, 5, 8. Helm aye.
See if we can get away from him.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive aye.
Yeah, I want to get right up underneath that layer. That's the plan. The DC situation's not good. Let's take a look at it. We have damage to the planes or propulsion. The hull's fine, but we took some... there was damage to propulsion at some point. I think we fixed it. Yeah. Everything's working again. But we took a couple of depth charges back aft and shocked the propulsion a little bit, but it's working. Man, he is still all over us. This plane will not give up. which I kind of respect, but, you know, listen. Got places to be. All right, yeah, let's just move on to the next engagement. This apparently wasn't the guys we're looking for. Not our mission target. Like, I don't know. We saw the guys in the Philippine Sea. Somebody's supposed to be going to Yulin Island. Here they are. Yes. Definitely them. 100% them. All right, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. We'll be right back. You guys can read the briefing. Don't go anywhere. Lunchtime. Everybody's getting food but me right now. What's up with that? Gotta bring some food to the guy. Okay, I'm the only man in the house right now. Okay, 124. Let's go. Strong thermal layer 217. I do want to keep them as far away from us as possible, and I am going to do the same torpedo or a missile attack again, just because we're down to 8 torpedoes. I clearly did not bring enough torpedoes, so it's on me. I do want to fire my Tomahawks. Yeah, there we go. We'll shoot 2 Tomahawks at them. All right, let's do this. They're bearing 124.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
124.
Con sonar new contact bearing 117 designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 2.
There they are.
6 designated Sierra 3. Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
Sierra 4 is probably a submarine escort.
Con sonar new contact bearing 136 designated Sierra
That's a
5.
trawler. That's a trawler. It's not the Kirov. Merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Not sure what the hell this guy is. Sonar.
Con sonar Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
This is Sierra 3 we're classifying now. Merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified as merchant.
All right. So our instructions are to put eyeballs on the flag before we fire. So that's going to bring them inside Tomahawk range. Oh, someone said, oh, Ben says Merry Christmas. Yep. Merry Christmas to you too, Ben. Thank you. Yeah, we got the Christmas tree and decorations. The whole house is up. Man, like it. I love this time of year. It's really cool. Like it's very chill. Everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's visiting each other. We're gonna go down south and visit our family in February. So there won't be a live stream on that week, I tell you that. But that's months from now, so I'll give you guys plenty of warning before that happens. All right, so one of these two merchants, Sierra 1, Sierra 2, this is our target. I don't know which one. So what we can do is we can just basically look down the bearing of. So we're going to look at
Sonar, new contact
130.
166, designated Sierra 6.
That's a new one. What's going on there? Sierra 6 look like. He kind of looks like a merchant, but he also looks like a merchant. He could be two different kinds of merchants. Not quite. There he is.
Con sonar, Sierra
All right,
6
another merchant.
is classified as merchant.
Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go this way.
Come right to 176, helm I.
And I'm just curious as to Sierra 1, how far away he is. I'm gonna put the scope up and just look down this bearing real quick. 133. 133 is right there.
Up scope.
Just gonna do a real quick peek. There he is. Red flag down.
Down scope.
That's our target, boys. Wow. Firing point procedures missile onto merchant.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 132. Contact faded. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 5. Bearing 132.
Gonna reload tube 1 with a torpedo. We're down to 8 torpedoes.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 1. Last bearing 136. Contact breaking up.
Nice. Yeah, Tomahawk's a big ass weapon. It's the warhead there will just, it'll do so much damage to the ship that it'll flood out. All right, let's see what our friends do with that information. See if Mr. Song wants to get squirrely.
Con helm steady course.
There is a second target on the bearing of 128. Let's take a look at him.
Up scope.
Waves in the way. There he is. Hey, another red flag.
Down scope.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
All right, so now we have 3 torpedoes loaded and 1 decoy loaded. The VLS is full of missiles. Hey. Hey, Ghost, thank you for the super chat. He says 2 small exo doors as a Christmas ornament. That would be awesome. Actually, I'm going to write that down. That is such a brilliant idea. Yeah, we have a store in town that has, it's like a Christmas store.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 2.
They sell
Last
all sorts of
bearing,
ornaments. I'm going to look for a door.
129. Contact breaking up.
Preferably brown with that fake laminate. I could make one of those. Door ornament. That's such a good idea. Congratulations, sir. Not too many people get my attention to make me take a note, but I'm going to do that if I can find it. Yeah. That's funny. All right, I think we did it. Let's see. Now, I'm intentionally not sinking that submarine. The mission was to sink the merchant ships. Do I get credit for a mission complete? Let's find out. We're going to do science here. Okay, well, we got one of the merchants. Oh, did the second one not sink? I wasn't paying attention. Shoot. Congratulations on a job well done. So all you got to do is sink the merchant. Got it. Okay. You don't have to sink the submarine in that one. Hey. Oh, ooh. Legion of Merit. Yes. One of my captains got this at the end of his tour because he did a good job. The guy that got this, I can't tell that story, but he went on to become the squadron admiral. Well, he was only a captain in rank, but he eventually made admiral. But he went on to be the squadron CEO, the squadron admiral for Kings Bay Naval Base. He did the whole. He was in charge of there's 2 squadrons down there. He was in charge of one of them. I think it's 2. I'm pretty sure it's 2. Yeah. It's like 8 subs, right? Broken up to 4 and 4. Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, he was in charge of the whole waterfront, is my point. And he got one of those. Enlisted guys, we don't earn these. We got to like do something wild to get something like this. Yeah. Like sink a merchant intentionally. That's very important. That's an important fact. Yeah, I got a NAM. Well, everyone got NAMs. A Navy Achievement Medal for being a good boy. And then I got a comm. So that's the best I could do. All right, Wolfpack of enemy submarines has operated in the area of 200 miles west of Manila. That's back in the Philippine Sea. Who says I don't know geography? I know where the Philippines are at. West side Philippines. All right, so we're going to go sink some subs. And we're going to be close to Guam. So I can reload. Let's get over there. I don't understand why we have friendly people in Hong Kong. Oh, well, China just annexed, like historically, it's the year 2000. China just took over running Hong Kong. Where's Manila at? Oh, crap. I just got done bragging about how I know geography. God damn it. I cut this part out too, yeah. I'm going the wrong way. Uh-oh. We got caught with our shorts down. All right. Contacts north. Son of a gun. We're doing like 30 knots, 20 knots.
On sonar, lost contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
We might be detected, is my point. For those of you that weren't following along with why I was upset. Because we went the wrong way for a full day, we had to go back the other way at a flank bell to catch these knuckleheads.
Sonar, new contact.
Because somebody doesn't know geography.
5,
And it's the
9,
navigator, not the captain. That guy. And one of our tubes isn't loaded. Okay, I'm firing the WEPs too. All right, calm down. Let's reset. Making some mistakes. This is when bad things happen. I was just bragging about how great everything is whenever I do it.
Contact bearing 0, 0,
Oh,
5.
great.
Designated
No.
Sierra 2.
He's right off our bow. Don't be in a cooler,
Sonar, new
please.
contact bearing 2, 8, 4.
It's definitely
Designated
Russian.
Sierra 3.
Son of a gun. It's a kilo.
Con sonar Sierra 2.
I'm
is
not even
classified
waiting.
as submerged
Immediately
submarine.
come left.
Come left to
turning away
2,
from that
9,
guy.
0. Helm I.
I'm not even waiting. And this is a bio. This is a freaking fish. Fishy fish, fish, fish. Where you at, fish? Oh my god. Okay. Where are the fish at? There they are.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as biologic.
Was that active? I wasn't paying attention. I heard a ping. It might have been whale song too. I don't know. Very different, but yeah. That's another kilo. Are you? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 3.
Yeah, this is not supposed to be a one-on-one.
Merchant.
So I don't know what's going on. What's the profile look like? We got a weak layer at 100 feet. Okay. Gotcha. All right, let's find. Let's go hunting, Sonar. Let's get a direction of motion on this knucklehead. You think I'm hearing things? Yeah. I hear a lot of things. We are in the middle of the water column, but I'm also rigged for quiet running, which means I'm not changing depth. I'm not loading my torpedo tube that's empty. I'm not doing anything that makes noise right now.
Steady course.
All right, so he's going that other way. So we want to go back. Oh, good.
Come right to 0,
We're in his baffles
3,
for some
7,
reason.
Helm I.
I'm going to drive back into his baffles and shoot him. So unlike the Ming, the Kilo has a very good sonar. I just hope he stays on that course. I don't think he's very far away either. I mean, Sonar's range is what, 5,000 yards? I think he's like right here. Which is why we're staying at 5 knots, doing a very slow turn back into his baffles. Leonardo says, you're all right, Jive. When in doubt, just commit a war crime. But it's Wednesday. You mean commit a wingman. Yeah, that's the code word we're using these days. Because YouTube didn't think that war crime was funny. And then they asked me to defend why war crime was funny. And I was like, oh. Well, checkmate, YouTube. You got me. I wasn't about to do that. Well played. So we have to call it Wingman Wednesday now. Yeah. They're like, tell us again why you think that's a funny thing. You kind of had to be there? That was my best. Yeah, I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
Come right to 1, 0, 7.
This Kilo is
Helm I.
hauling butt. I don't know what is up his bum, but he doesn't like it. Well, it's a 688. But he doesn't know about us. It's something else he doesn't like. Maybe it's that merchant? I don't know. Yeah. Better hope you don't pull a crazy Ivan. Yeah, that's true. If he comes back around on us, that'll be bad. That'd be bad. Is the music loud? I can turn that down a little bit if it is. I think the music in the game's okay. I just don't want it to be overpowering. It's supposed to be in the background. Twitch doesn't care. Yeah, that's true. Twitch, and I just want to put this out there because I do get the occasional message about Twitch ads. We stream on like 5 different websites. Some of those websites don't have ads at all. So if you don't like the Twitch ads, go somewhere else. Now, on a different topic, the places that I do stream are YouTube, Twitter, Kick, Rumble, and then your favorite Twitch that you guys like to bitch about. But I'm on your side, though. I agree with you about the ads. It's a bit much. A bit much. Oh, hey, Trains, thank you for the super chat. He said, I wish difficulty didn't have the detection torpedoes even went up in the baffles.
Helm.
Yeah.
Course.
So here's the deal. If a submarine has a towed array deployed, they will probably still hear it. They may not get a good bearing, right? But they'll be like, there's a torpedo out there. And then they panic and they evade that, right? So that's the way that I justify them alerting on a torpedo in the baffles. Now, you could counter that by saying some of these submarines don't have towed arrays at all. Like the Kilo. Like, how in the world is he hearing it? That's fair. Now, let's get away from the video game for a second and go to 2025. Every modern submarine that's being built right now, whether it's a NATO or a Chinese submarine, all have sensors on the rudder to detect things like incoming weapons. So it doesn't even need a towed array anymore. But that's today's technology. This game is simulating 1990s and 2000s. We're playing the 2000s campaign. So you bring up a fair point that I do agree with you on, but that's That's why. If we got a good range, I could shoot him, but Sonar's jerking off in there or something. I don't know what they're doing. They're not ranging the target like they're supposed to. Twitch be lying when it says you're taking a 5-minute break. Did Twitch say that? What? Okay. What are the noises of a biological? Oh, whale noises. You can look whale noises and biologics in general. Shrimp are interesting to listen to up on YouTube. Lots of YouTube channels have all sorts of sounds. There's actually a national underwater, it's a government-run facility in Seattle, Washington that has hydrophones in the bay there that are live. And you can go listen to them all day. You can listen to recordings of interesting things that they heard and listen to live audio. I recommend it. It's kind of interesting to hear what these biologics all sound like. And they even have them categorized in the replay folder. So you're like, what does a blue whale sound like? Well, you can go to the replay folder and click blue whale, and you'll hear like a 30-second clip of a blue whale. Pretty cool. We're waiting on this Kilo to confirm his range, Sonar. Come on. I've already classified him for you. I can't do the range myself. I could put a weapon out there. I don't think he's 8,000 yards away, but actually he might be by now. There we go. Yeah, he's 12,000 yards. Oh my gosh. This chucklehead. How can we hear him? I don't know how we can hear this. I don't know. Okay. He's really far away. He's 6 miles away. What we're going to do is we're going to go down deep and shoot him. He's not cavitating. I was going to shoot him when we were at 600 feet, but I realized we're in the middle of the water column. We've already gone over why that's a bad idea. So I'm going to get down to the bottom. We're going to get down to about 900 feet, get level. This is a good evasion course that we're on. I'm going to shoot. And if we keep the wire, I'm going to turn off the active sonar on the torpedo and try and sneak this shot in there on him. At 12,000 yards, 5 knots is a good evasion. A good evasion speed to start. We'll have to speed up eventually, but I want to keep that wire as long as possible on the weapon. So we're just coming to 900 feet here. I'm kind of manually driving the submarine here. I'm taking over the dive. Okay, there we go. All right, firing point procedures on Sierra 2, the Kilo at bearing 344. Run to enable is going to be 10,000 yards. Fuel remaining is going to be 50%. Ships ready. Weapons ready. Solution set. Fence set. Shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
We have the wire. I'm turning the sonar off on the weapon. When I say off, I mean I'm turning the active off. It's going to do a passive only search in hopes that it does not alert the target. Yeah. If he's playing bait, that's true. Man, that's a really good point. Who said that? The trains. The train shop said he could be playing bait. He could be intentionally making a lot of noise so we shoot at him and then we get ambushed. That is something that could happen, yeah. Because tracking a Kilo at 12,000 yards is impossible unless he's doing something dumb. I've tracked Kilos before and they do not track them at 12,000 yards. Yeah. Since we shot... Oh, we're still in ultra quiet after we shot. That's interesting that the game does that. I was going to reload tube 4, but as soon as you start reloading, that's a noisy evolution. You could give yourself away. I'm not going to do it. At least not right now. Once we start evading, we'll do it. So I will manually steer the weapon up in depth to match his depth. What we'll do. This is the screen I'm looking at over on the right-hand side, on that side over there. So the weapon's going to enable. Let's kind of correct his bearing a little bit. And I'm going to swim him up to about 400 feet. What U-boat are we in now? We are in a 688 Flight 3, sir. All right, there he is. Now we're going to steer the weapon shallow. You can watch the weapon rise up on the right-hand side, and I'm just going to match depth. There we go. That's pretty close. Pretty close.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired passively. We can now watch it. There it is. Target is not alerted. A 688 is a American submarine.
340.
All right, we're going to go ahead and turn on the active since he detected it. Weapon's going to go around the countermeasure and re-engage.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar lost contact.
Boom.
02. Last
We
bearing,
got him.
3, 4,
Let's go ahead and reload our
Contact
tubes
bringing up.
because we went into that fight only half cocked, and I don't like that. I like full cock. Do not clip that. Let's move on. Okay, let's go to leave combat. Ah, there was a Ming out there. Ooh, we only got one of two. If this was our mission, we might fail it. Oh, we got credit for doing the mission, even though we only got one of two. All right, world news. Convoys protected. Incidents involving attacks. Convoys, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. That means we're winning. Yay. If this improved influx of supplies and war materials can be sustained, U.S. forces will be in a position to secure the South China Sea region. So the campaign's been seesawing back and forth for the past month or so. And we're finally on the positive end of the campaign. Like, we'll probably have like one really big mission coming up, and we want to have lots of weapons for that one. All right, new mission. Intelligence indicates Russians are increasing their support for the PRC by sending surface units to reinforce the Chinese. Here we go. Now we're talking about Kirov. Now we're talking about Udaloys. Now these are real threats compared to what the Chinese had in 2000. We're no longer are we going against T. Yongse. We're going against real warships. Through the Sea of Japan, patrol Spratly Islands to disrupt friendly operations. Okay, so they're going from Sea of Japan south to the Sprats. It's kind of, and we're already there in that area, so we need to like look north. But I don't want to go into shallow water, and I also want to make sure that we don't have. Yeah. Oh man, let's reload our weapons. Oh my gosh, it almost did it again to me. So we do have 4 harpoons. We could do something crazy like this. Like do a harpoon attack with an evasion. Yeah. Oh, that's so crazy. That's wild. I don't know. You know, we've not been having that great of luck, so let's just chill. Let's just chill. Let's take this one step at a time. All right. Hopefully our P3s and our satellites can get an eyeball on where these guys are at. We know where they're going. I just don't know how they're going to get there. Could go sink that sub. Let's kind of head up over this way. Where you at, sub? There he is. There he is. There he is. Come to Papa. This is not our mission. Our mission just popped on the map. It's at the very north. So we're going to put a weapon on this guy and tell him to have a nice day. We will close to 15,000 yards. We're at periscope depth. He's at 226. We have a weak layer at 147 feet. Fight. Fight's on.
Con sonar, new contact.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet, baby. Shh. Ultra quiet.
Con sonar, new contact
Yes.
bearing. 161.
Give me that.
Designated Sierra 2.
All right. Is it a
Con
Ming
sonar,
or is it
new
a song?
contact bearing 328. Designated
Oh, it's a merchant. This is definitely not a merchant. Who the hell's this? Oh, it's a merchant.
Con sonar Sierra 3
Sierra one.
is classified as merchant. Con sonar Sierra.
Ah,
1
it's
is
a
classified
Han.
as submerged submarine.
He's handsome. Handsome. I said handsome. All right, he's below the layer. We're above the layer. We're going to stay shallow. Let's figure out which way he's going. And try not to shoot a torpedo this time. Yeah. Oh, did somebody actually clip that? Oh, no. It's going to end up on social media. I'm going to be embarrassed. Whatever. It's fine. All right, so he's going north. That means our current course is fine. We don't have to do anything, which is the best. I'm really good at that. We have some tea today. I did chill out on the caffeine. I had a little too much last week. Oh, look at this. I was editing the videos and I was like, my eyes are very wide and bright. That happens whenever I have too much caffeine. I look like a bubbly eyes. Oh shit. Holy cow. Wait. Sonar. This guy's right next to us, you morons. If I get killed by a Han, I'll never live this down.
Come left to 154 helm I.
I'm trying to see if we can see him. He should be. He's below us, and I can't put the camera down. So, holy crap, sonar. We're turning away to open up range. I will run to CR2 if he shoots us. I'll be like, sorry, buddy, you got to sacrifice for the cause, you know? Yeah. Yeah, there's no weird blue drinks this week, Angie. Or is it Anagal? Anagal? Anagai? Yeah, I had to take a break from the blue drinks. Those things are so good. I love them. They're packed with caffeine. Like an uncomfortable, not medically certified amount of caffeine. It probably qualifies as meth if you distill it into its little crystalline form that I've never done, but probably is how that happens. Yeah. It's a lot of energy. Uh-oh. Okay. And I had 2 of those on stream yesterday or last week. Holy cow, my ears were ringing.
Steady course.
All right, there he is. All right, he's 5,000 yards away. It's not that bad. Not that bad. We'll just come around behind him, shoot him. Be easy day. We're kind of just doing this because we're waiting on the Russians to get their butt down to the south. Purple drank only. Yeah, does this look purple? It probably does. This is my Lions Cup. Back whenever I watched football. I stopped watching football this year because YouTube tried to screw me. So I was like, you know what? I canceled it. I canceled YouTube TV. And they were like, if you cancel YouTube TV, you can't watch football. And I was like, you have no power here. And I canceled it anyway. So I watch F1 racing instead.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Uh-oh. What are they doing? You going deep. Deep and fast. What's he doing, sonar? Oh, he turned around. Well, shit. I'm curious as to what he's up to. That makes kind of no sense. Why would he do that? Let's see. Oh, he did a baffle clear. Oh, this could be the Crazy Ivan. Holy cow. Yeah. It's not textbook, but We saw this happen like in the Barents and stuff in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s. It probably happened before that. I'm talking about my experience. And, you know, you see this little blue dot? This would be us. And we would go stop. We'd stop everything. Like if you're walking down the passageway because you're not on watch, you stop walking down the passageway. Because this knucklehead's going to run right by you, and you're hoping to God he's not at your depth. So this is much more accurate representation of a crazy Ivan than what you saw in the Hunt for Red October movie. This is what they did. Now, if it is a crazy Ivan, he'll turn back to the north, which is why I'm not reacting to it. We'll see what he does. Oh, did he slow back down? No, he's still doing 20 knots. He pulled a 180. Yeah, he pulled that handbrake and was like, whoop, whoop, whoop. Tokyo drifting his submarine around the South China Sea. Oh, look at you. Who is that? Smoke Jaguar. I see what you did there. Yes, yes. Good reference, sir. Oh, and then he slowed down to 8 knots. This is quite literally a crazy Ivan. He goes back down for a couple thousand yards, high speed. That speed's important. And then he slows down. He does a sonar search. Ironically, by doing that, he put us in his baffles. So he can't hear us. He has no idea. We're on the edge of his baffles, but give me a break here. Yeah, a little bit of a break. You know what we could do? I mean, I'm tempted. He's really close. 7,000 yards. Yeah. Let's just drive into his baffles and shoot him.
Come right to 270. Helm I.
If he stays on that course, we'll be fine. So I need him to stay on this course for a little while. What was my first car? My first car was an Impala. I guess I did buy it. A Chevy Impala for $700, and it ran. Yeah, big, heavy blue beast of a car. Had a 350 engine in it. Chevy 350. Thing guzzled gas. Like, I used the car to drive to high school and to drive to work. I worked at Burger King, flipping burgers. That car and the car insurance associated with it took every dime I made. Because there was no such thing as fuel efficiency in the 1980s. Nope, everything guzzled gas. Except the little Japanese cars. But the little Japanese cars that we bought in the 1980s had little tiny 4-cylinder engines in it and would fall apart. Like, at least the cars in my neighborhood, it would be very common to see part of a fender, not the whole thing, but part of one by the side of the road. And hubcaps. Hubcaps used to be a thing, folks. They probably still are. You'd see hubcaps and you would see parts of a Japanese car laying around. You wouldn't see parts of an American car because that was made out of actual metal, like steel. Sheet metal, but still metal. The plastic on Japanese cars would literally vibrate off after driving it for a while. Just shake it loose and fall over. Yeah. Ironically, when I was in high school, I wanted a Japanese car. I couldn't afford one, so I bought the used Impala. That thing was a beast. It weighed a lot. Lots of metal. Had a big old bench, front seat and back seat, though, and that was a lot of fun. I miss bench seats. They don't make those anymore, I don't think. Yeah. They might have bench seats in SUVs. I don't know. But I remember taking my friends to high school, picking them up, taking them home. Yeah. Good times. Well, this guy's all over the place, isn't he? You know what we're going to do is we're going to stay on this course, and we're going to let him open out a little bit, and we're going to shoot him. Because if we shoot him to the west of us, there's no interfering contacts. Yeah, so I had a blue Impala. I put a stereo in it with lots of speakers. And one day, I was in high school, Parking the car in the student parking lot. Somebody had broke into my car and stole all of my speakers. I had saved for like a year to buy all those speakers. And then I put them in myself because I couldn't afford to have anybody else do it. I ran the cables. I did all that stuff. I had a little amplifier because the radio didn't have enough voltage or whatever watts to power the speakers. And these weren't like big subwoofers. These were like 6x9s, right? Car speakers, nothing crazy. So I had an amplifier that they stole. They didn't steal the radio. I'm not sure why. Maybe they didn't like it. And then they stole the speakers itself. And it was probably another student. That's what I think it was. But I don't know. I was upset. I was like, Jesus, I got robbed. So this is interesting. He slowed down again? No. He's still doing 10 knots. Here's what we can do. We can go this way. I just want to drive into his baffles and shoot, so hopefully he stays on this course for a while. Just long enough for us to drive into his baffles. Was I doing Bohemian Rhapsody? We were doing all the memes before they were memes. Yes. Listening to the radio, my favorite album in that era was Def Leppard's Hysteria. So I listened to Pour Some Sugar on Me, Hysteria, Animal. Those are like my top 3 songs from that album. I love the whole album, by the way. I still do. It's a good album. It's not cool to like Def Leppard anymore. It may never have been cool to like Def Leppard, but it was more accepted back then than now. Yeah. One thing I do like about now is there's a lot more music out there now than there was whenever I was like a teenager. We would go to literal record stores and pick up the cassette tapes because we had a little cassette player in my car. So that was a big thing. My very first CD was Purple Rain by Prince. Yeah. That was incredible. I was like, holy cow. I don't know who this Prince guy is, but he's fucking amazing. That was the music that shaped my teenage years. Prince, Def Leppard, and Bon Jovi. Those are the top 3 bands for me. I liked a lot of other bands, by the way. Foreigner, you name it, all the popular ones. But that was my jam. Good stuff. But we had much less of a selection, getting back to my point. Nowadays, you go on YouTube, there are so many independent artists that just put their music on YouTube. And it's a mixed bag. Some of it's not that great. Some of it's amazing. And it's just, I spend my evening hours, browsing the internet, doing some writing. And in the background on that computer over there, I'll listen to just random YouTube channels, music channels. And every once in a while you find one that's really freaking good.
Come left to 180.
All right, we're going to come to our firing course. We're going to shoot from above the layer just to demonstrate how this is done. The bad thing about this is we got to be at 5 knots pretty much the whole time. And if he counterfires, it won't be good because his torpedoes are going to be shallow too. But we're going to not cavitate, and we're going to engage the target from periscope depth. Not ideal. This would not be your first choice, but I'm going to show you how to do it. What's his range right now? So we're going to say 9,000 yards. That's pretty good. Like, no matter what, if he counterfires, we're going to have to evade. Even if he's at like 12,000 yards. Okay, we're steady on course, I think. We're pretty close. So let's go firing point procedures with tube 1. On Sierra 1 bearing 263. Run to enable 8,300 yards. Solution set. Weapons ready. Ships ready. Fences set. Safeties check. Shoot tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Oh, sorry. You probably can't see him. I forget. I can see a little more of the screen than you guys can left and right. I'll try to get it all on the screen for you there. And so you do see how we're like almost perpendicular to his course? At this range, that's going to buy us time to evade. Ideally, you want to be at 10 knots. But I'm going to be at 5 because I don't want to cavitate. We're literally at periscope depth. I could stick the periscope up right now and do a look around if I wanted to. We'll do the passive attack. I'm also going to have to manually steer the weapon below the layer. It's a very weak layer, and this is a very loud target, but I'm not going to assume that the torpedo is going to hear him through the layer. I'll leave that up for you just so you can see it happen. You know what, Bombless? I like some of the new AI music. I was listening to AI music this morning when I was getting the stream ready. I found a new channel called Sirens Lounge. The Sirens Lounge had some good songs on it. And it's all AI. And I was like, wow, I kind of like this. So, AI's getting better.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Okay, so it did hear it through the layer. And you can see on your screen over there, the torpedo on its own is correcting depth.
Con, sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Yeah, we're going to have to evade now. Just 5 knots, not enough even at this
fire
range.
Control, weapon acquired.
Con, sonar, lost
Oh, it hit him.
contact.
Huh.
Sierra 1, last bearing.
All right, I'm
2,
curious,
6, 9,
just for
contact
science,
breaking up.
I want to see if this if this evasion works. I'm not going to speed up. His shot should be below the layer. And it is. Will that layer protect us? For science, we will find out. This is a very weak layer, by the way. It's not very strong at all. It's also very shallow. He's going to enable right about here, 4,000 yards away. His closest point of approach will be 2.5. Oh, wow. He enabled at 7. So, yeah, he may see us. Okay. Where are we at?
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra
Oh, there we
3,
are.
last bearing.
That's
3,
us right there.
9, contact faded.
We're right. It's hard to tell, but we're right there. All right, so that seemed to work. I want to verify this is a weak layer. It is weak, yeah. Is it very weak? It says very weak. I'm kind of surprised. This weapon should have saw us. Interesting. CPA was 3,000 yards. Okay, cool.
Come right to.
We'll turn away from it so that we
9, helm I.
can exit the game at some point. There we go. I'm going to compress a little bit of time here. Oh, you ran out of fuel. All right, let's go ahead and leave combat. That was a good fight with the Han. I did do a little tweaking on the torpedo at the very end there. All right, so the Russians are that ship way up in the north. It said they're coming down to the Spratly Islands. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, come on. Gimme. Gimme. Oh, gimme. Ah. Oh, we got him. Okay, awesome. Again, not our target. Oh, shoot. Okay. We're going to have to do something a little weird, a little different. I'm going to have to sink these guys with harpoons. I got to save my 6 ad caps for the Russian fleet. Yeah, that's what we got to do. So I'm going to engage them at 25,000 yards. I forgot that we're almost out of weapons. I probably should not have chased these guys down, but that's okay. All right. Their contact bears 120. We're at periscope depth. I'm just going to launch. We're going to put the radar mast up and sink them. Let's do that. Let's put them in at 20. Close 2.
Con, sonar, new contact.
I'm not even going to...
Up scope.
Nope.
Down scope. Raise
Radar.
the radar mast.
Yay. Whew.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Is it one contact? Okay. Emergency deep.
Con,
Lower the radar mast.
Uh-oh. That's definitely a warship.
con, sonar, lost contact.
Bye-bye.
Master, 1. Last bearing, 1, 2, 0. Contact breaking.
Passing 100 feet.
All right. We took out the Luda. All right. Now we're going to open range because we only got a couple weapons left. This is going to be our last fight before we have to reload. Ooh. See, I wish I had that many weapons. U.S. free the Spratlys. Yeah, so the Marine Corps claimed another island. We're doing this island hopping campaign, and it's working great. Where are they at? Where are the Russians at? Come on, Russians. Ah, yes. Okay, right here, deep water. We got them. Oh, my God. Okay. So we got 2 fleets coming in on us. We don't have enough weapons for 2 fleets. That's not good. I'm going to try and pull off the same stunt. I'm going to try and sink one immediately. Oh, Lord. Have mercy. All right. You see the weapon load out there. They bear to the west. I'm going to put the radar up, and I swear to God, if we see a Russian fleet, we're kind of screwed. Okay. I'm gambling that the fleet that we're going to see first is a 2-ship Chinese ASW patrol. 20,000 yards, go.
Raise the radar mast.
Please, please, please be 1 ship. Please be Sierra 1. Okay. It's 2 ships, and that's fine.
Con, sonar, master, 1 is classified as escort.
Emergency deep.
Lower the radar mast.
Con,
Oh, shit.
con, sonar, we are cavitating.
Yep. I fucked that up a little bit, but that's fine.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra, 3, last bearing, 2, 9, 0. Contact faded.
Contact faded.
Passing 100 feet. Passing 200 feet.
Con, sonar, lost contact.
We're going deep.
Master, 2, last bearing.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay.
Passing 400 feet. Passing 500 feet.
All right. We did not get a hit on
Sonar,
either one of those
no
2.
longer cavitating.
I'm going to try and run away from this. Because that's not our mission objective. That's the only reason why I left that fight. This is our mission objective. This is what we brought the torpedoes for. This is going to be a deliberate attack, and this is going to be wild. I'm not even going to mess around with it. This is going to be a Russian. This is our first real challenge. So I'm going to take 3 torpedoes in with me with 1 decoy for defense. I'm going to engage this guy at 20,000 yards, but not fire right away like we just did. I want to get deep. I don't care where the layer is. It says 237 and it's very strong. We could take advantage of that, get down to like 300 feet and be in that shadow zone. After we get initial bearings and movement, that would be a good depth to be. But whenever we attack, I want to be as deep as possible, which is why I'm going to put them 20,000 yards away to buy time. This one's going to suck. This one's going to suck, and we're going to be great at it. I'm great at... No. Nope. Not saying that.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 042.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar new contact bearing 17.
Let's classify 'em.
Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar
Yes.
new contact bearing
Kara.
09.
Got her.
Designated Sierra 3. Con sonar new
Oh my
contact
word.
bearing 3.
We gotta turn. We gotta turn right now.
Designated Sierra 4.
Why are we doing this still? No. Yes. Sort of. Yeah.
Con sonar Sierra 3 is classified.
I know what
as
Sierra 4 is.
escort.
Sierra 4 means the world. We need to know what the hell that is.
Con sonar
Thank God it's a
Sierra
merchant.
4
Okay.
is
Kara's the
classified
threat.
as merchant.
Let's get to the under the layer. So we're going to make our depth 300 feet.
Make depth 300 feet. Dive high.
Both of these ships are very good. Sovereignty. Kara's got what? Moose Jaw, Maritail, sonars. Not as good as Utiloy. Not as good as Utiloy. So it's not their best. But I'm not even going to throw up a missile on the Kara. The Kara is an air defense cruiser. It will straight up eat the shit. Oh boy. Are we above the layer? Damn it. Okay. Fire. Shoot tube. Snapshot tube 1.
Con sonar lost
That merchant's
contact.
probably
Sierra
toast.
3, last bearing 10.
These are defensive fire weapons. Torpedo evasion immediately right now.
Turns for
Left full rudder.
3. Con sonar.
We're
We are
probably
navigating.
screwed. That Sovereignty caught us broadside before we got below the layer with active
300
sonar.
feet.
We are definitely going to be attacked. And I'm probably going to use some of my VLS on these guys.
Passing 400 feet.
Both those weapons are kind of defensive fire to push them away from us to buy us some
Passing
time.
500 feet.
I hear weapon fire.
Con sonar no longer cavitating.
We're probably going to be dodging
Passing
weapons.
700 feet.
Where the fuck is he? Okay, okay.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet.
I am concerned about that merchant being in the way, but pff, you came to the wrong neighborhood, baby. Oh, shit, that's a submarine. Okay. Stop the shaft.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con sonar. Make turns for 0. Make
There he is.
turns for 5
Snapshot
knots.
2-4,
Maneuvering eye.
bearing 174.
Shoot 2-4. I
Con maneuvering, making turns for 5 knots.
Submarine's right there.
Con sonar regained contact on
Kara's
Sierra
toast.
3, bearing 113. Make turns for 10.
I think we're good.
knots.
I think it
Maneuvering
worked.
eye.
It's a
Con
weapons-rich
maneuvering,
environment.
making
Yes, it
turns
is.
for
Yeah.
10.
Millions of dollars of weapons in this
Con sonar
neighborhood.
lost contact. Sierra
There's a
3,
helicopter right
last
there.
bearing 113. Contact is in the baffles.
That's a Kara. Going to see Davy Jones. We do have a Sovereignty behind us, but I expect to get a hit on him too. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, he might have evaded our weapon. CR2 is a submarine. Oh, there's multiple submarines over there. Are you kidding me? How many subs they bring? Did they bring more subs than surface ships? All right, what's CR2 sonar? Head 1/3. Let's help sonar out. It's definitely a sub.
Maneuvering eye.
Could be a Han. I don't think it's a Han, but I'm gonna. Oh, here we go.
Submarine.
I think it's a sub. Let me get this on the screen for you. Yeah, it's not a Han actually, but it is a sub.
Con maneuvering. Making
Could be an
turn
alpha,
for 5.
possible alpha. Oh shit. No, it's not an alpha. That's a very interesting sonar.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yay! Yippee! Okay, it isn't. Well, I don't know what it is.
Con sonar. Sierra.
It
2,
doesn't line up for now. Oh, it's a
classified
Utiloid.
as
Oh,
escort.
Jesus. Well, that's not good.
Con sonar. Noisemaker bearing 180.
I'm going to steer the weapon a little bit because we want to get this hit. You guys watching that?
Con sonar.
Got him.
Lost contact. Sierra 2. Last bearing 182. Contact breaking up.
Yeah. There you go. That's a Utiloid. This is a scary little girl right here. I got run over by one of these IRL. Luckily, the sonar operator had no idea what he was doing. Or else we would have been in a world of diplomatic embarrassment. We might have to fire over our shoulder because flipping Sovereignty doesn't know what to... Oh, crap. Hold on.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Oh, shit. That's a helicopter. And he's right in front of us. Jerk.
Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir.
Okay, tube 1. The helicopter definitely hears our decoy. I'm hoping he fires on that. That's a merchant right there. Let's load another decoy, please. So we're playing chicken with this helicopter. Oh, crap. Are you kidding me? He doesn't know what to do.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yay. Get him.
Con sonar. Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
I think the helicopter went after our decoy. I think. This is Sovereignty.
Con sonar lost contact.
Now he's
Sierra
Sovereignty not.
3, last bearing 105. Contact breaking up.
We're down to 2 weapons.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
I'm going to start
Helm
mimicking
left
this
2,
merchant.
145. Helm aye.
Where's he at? He's right there. I want to parallel him.
Make turns for 1.
We're loading tube 1 right now. We've only got 2 weapons left, 2 torpedoes left.
Maneuvering.
And they're both in tubes 2 and 4. Actually, it's 3 and 4. That Sovereignty sinking. That's the helicopter. Damn it. The helicopter went after our torpedo instead of our decoy. That's odd. I didn't expect that. Problem is, I want to get towards that merchant, right?
On. Sierra
He's in our
4,
baffles right
bearing
now.
071.
There's still another warship out there, or a submarine. I'm not sure which. So, I'm hoping I can use the merchant to help mask my signature. Okay, the Go ahead, 15 knots.
5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Let's go ahead and reposition.
Come left 2.
Because the merchant's probably doing 15 knots. We're going to be
Helm eye.
we're going to need to go faster than that to catch him.
Come
there.
left 2. 106. Helm eye.
That was... We just got hit with some active. Whoever's over here, the reason why I haven't fired at him is I don't know if he's a submarine or not. He might be. Might be a sub. I don't want to waste a torpedo on a ship. If we've only got 2 left. We still have to get home to reload. We could run into some subs on the way home. Yeah, the helicopter's going farther and farther away from us and farther away from our decoy. So I don't know what... Yeah, he's not qualified to run his helicopter. And we're broadside that active. I don't like that at all, but I have a place to be, and it's to the east. So I got to go east.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4
What's his
ready.
speed? Merchant's doing what? 16 knots. Yeah, we got to... If anything, I got to speed up. Yeah. Hey, 2 sober, 910. How's it going, man? Thanks. I'm glad you caught a stream. I'm going back to the merchant. That's the goal. Oh my God, he's like running away from us. No, come back.
Make turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 20 knots.
He's not that far away, but our only real threat right now is that helicopter. I want him to go away. I'm running low. Running low on caffeine. So we got a Kara, a Sovereignty, and an Uloy. That's a pretty good day's work. I can get the 4th one, but uh-oh. Was that a weapon? Something dropped right in front of us. I don't think it was a weapon. I don't see it. Sonar didn't call it out either. Yeah, thanks a lot, Sober. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. I'm seeing things again? Yeah, probably. You guys say that now until we get blown up. And then you'll be like, oh, maybe it was something. I really need this merchant to slow down. I bet you if I put a harpoon in him, it'll slow him down. Just saying. Those are options. I'm just not saying I'm going to do it. We have choices. And they're all in the weapons room. Torpedo room. Some in the VLS. Yeah, let's see. Did you ever have to use active sonar in my career? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Like, I'll just give you one example. I can't give you all the examples, obviously, but a real good example of using active sonar at sea on your submarine
Come right to 1
is for training.
Helm eye.
Your sonarmen just got out of boot camp, sub school. They went to Sonar A school at a minimum to learn how to be sonarmen, right?
Con helm. Steady course.
And they may not have any other sonar experience other than that. And in the Sonar A school, they get maybe 1 week on active sonar. Maybe 1 week. Surface sonarmen, completely different story. Their entire A school is probably active sonar. For submarines, it's a footnote, right? So what I often did, and I often got the sideways glance from the officer of the wardrooms, is line up to go active, permission to go active from the captain, and the captain understood what I was doing, And man, I remember I did that on one boat, and they were like what you said, or what you believe. They actually never used their active sonar. It was a 688. They hadn't transmitted active sonar in ages. Because whenever you do maintenance on active sonar, you don't have to actually ping. You can send the energy to a big-ass resistor that absorbs the energy, so it doesn't make any sound in the water, right? So you can still do maintenance without getting too specific here. On your sonar system, the active side of it, actually use it, but not actually ping, right? And that's what they had done the entire time. Nobody on board, this particular 688 I just got assigned to, had ever actually used active sonar. So what do you think happened the first time that I got permission for training purposes to go active sonar in the North Atlantic? What do you think happened? Fire and CSES. Light smoke from amplifier cabinets. Yeah. Rig ship for fire and reduced visibility. Prepare to snorkel. Yep. We fried, when I say we, I mean me, fried a couple $1 million worth of amplifiers because the maintenance had not been done. It was full of dust, and I pumped about 800 bajillion watts through those amplifiers, and they immediately became a bonfire that a college football rally would be proud of. Right outside the sonar shack, too. That's where they're located. Yep. I did not get in trouble because I had just checked on board. I'd been on board maybe a month. It's probably less than that. A lot of sonarmen had to explain why the maintenance had not been done correctly. And to be fair, that wasn't a very good way to introduce myself to the sonar team because that was not my intention, but that's what happened. And it's their fault 100% for not doing their own maintenance. But there were so many dust bunnies in those sonar cabinets that I'm lucky. I'm surprised they didn't just explode. The thing was a tinderbox. And I pumped a whole bunch of nuclear generated power through it all at once. Laughing maniacally, by the way, which is just the normal thing I do when I go active. And then sonar's on fire. Yep. I don't think I ever lived that down. I had a full tour, 4 years on that boat, and never went active again. Maintenance did get done, though. I made sure of that. That is kind of funny now that I think about it. After we replaced all those amps, we never got permission to go active for training ever again. That is so funny. Yeah. At least that didn't happen in battle. There we go.
Come left to
Set that shit on fire.
Helm I. Con helm steady course.
Anyway, so yeah, that's what happened. Did it buff out? My career did not. Yeah, I was not very highly ranked after that. There's a ranking system on your evals, and I always try to be in the top at least 5, if not top 3. I was not in the top 5 that year for sure. I eventually got up there, but it took me a year to recover from that. And it wasn't even my fault. I found the fault. Yeah, but a lot of times, listen, when you're enlisted in the U.S. Navy, it is shoot the messenger and then fix the problem. That's the reality, folks. Yeah. That's just the truth. I think you did a service, actually. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I found the problem. I'll even fix it. Just don't punish me for it. And technically, and to their credit, they did not punish me. I just didn't get very high evaluations the rest of my time on board. And I was like, I need to get promoted. I need a positive review here. And I did get them eventually. It's just, that year I certainly did not get a positive evaluation. Well, it was positive, but I wasn't in the top 5. When I say top 5, I'm talking about of the first and second class petty officers, chief petty officers. Each rank has a... You're ranked amongst your peers. So I was a first class at the time, and there was probably 20, 30, no, 20. It was probably 25 first class petty officers, and I was probably not in the top 15 after that. Yeah. I had to work my way back up, you know. That kind of sucked. All right, so I don't hear the active sonar anymore, but I also haven't been paying attention because I was telling my funny little story about setting sonar on fire. So what we're going to do here is we should be within range to shoot the Tomahawk. Yeah. And so I know there's a helicopter up there, but I got a harpoon. I'm going to load a harpoon in tube 1. There it goes. We're going to put a harpoon right here. I'm going to get up to the surface. And if I can shoot that knucklehead with a Tomahawk, I will. But I'll have to use a harpoon if he's really close. All right, you ready? By the time we get up there, the weapon will be loaded, so... Oh, there. Yeah, he's still going active.
Come left 2, 1, 2.
All right, so we're going to cross the wake on this guy. And then we're going to come shallow. The helicopter has no idea what's going on. He's clueless. I'm surprised he hasn't crashed that thing yet. I am going to get the VLS ready because we're going to shoot VLS.
Con, helm, steady course.
Passing 900 feet. Passing 800 feet.
Con, torpedo room, 2.
Passing 700 feet.
All right, we're coming up.
Passing 600 feet.
They'll never see it coming, folks.
Passing 500 feet. Passing 400 feet.
There we go.
Passing 3.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Yep.
Passing 200 feet.
We're going to come up right behind this guy and shoot the guy that's right there.
100 feet. Raise the radar mast.
Raise the radar mast.
Upscope.
Hello? Are you serious? Oh, is it a submarine? Well, that answers that question.
Make turns for 3 knots.
That answers
Maneuver
that question. Now, that helicopter might come over here to have a little look, but he's only going to see a ship.
Passing 100 feet.
That's all he's going to see. So we know we're dealing with another sub out there, going active. Pretty good. All right, now it's time for more caffeine. Today we got orange caffeine instead of blue. Shit. It went all over my belly. It's okay, my belly needs caffeine too. Pour this stuff all over my body, spread it like lotion. It puts the caffeine on the skin and in the brain. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. Oh yeah.
Make turns.
I feel it.
1, 5 knots.
All right, let's go.
Maneuver
We're going to slow down.
Make turns for 5. Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Now we're going to do a little 5-knot search with our little towed array. Look in that direction. There's a submarine over there. As soon as we get down to 5 knots, we're going to shoot tube 2. It's really going to be tube 2 this time. And to them, it's going to look like this merchant shoots it. So hopefully they shoot at the merchant. Well, I mean, not hopefully. I mean, that'd be a war crime. But not us. You know what I'm saying? All right, are we 5 knots yet? Yeah, we're 5 knots. All right.
Maneuvering, making turns.
We're going to go firing point procedures on the active
5
bearing. Bearing 155.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
You called that one tube 3. Okay, yeah, tube 3. I keep calling it the real tube. And the game keeps calling it the tube that it's not. I remember, I distinctly remember telling the devs this back in like 2017, 2018. They did not agree with me. I was like, well, wait a minute. I think I know what I'm talking about. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why the ad cap says -1 right now. This is weird. If you look over there, it says -1 ad caps on board. Does that mean it's outside swimming around? They could be that. It probably is. Whoa. Is that us? Yeah, that was us. Okay. Do we want to put them below the layer? Yeah, it's a strong layer, so I'm going to have it go deep below the layer. Wrong way, wrong way. I almost hit a merchant. No. Holy smokes. Oh, the merchant's this way. Okay. Accidentally made the weapon go the wrong direction. Not good. Crap. So I'm manually steering the weapon down below the layer. There we go. And we can sit here and watch it together. Somewhere down this line of bearing, probably way the hell over here, far away, is a submarine going active. We're going to find him. It means I owe the Navy 1 ad cap. I do owe him 1 ad cap, that's for sure. Because we straight up shot one willy-nilly style off into the yonder for training purposes, but with a real weapon. Yeah. I think he's going south. His bearings are staying consistent as we're going south over the last 10 minutes. Or he's very, very far away. That would be the other reason for that. Oh, the fishing fleet. I'm glad you brought that back up, D. Beasley. I went back to try and find that article that I mentioned. And to catch everyone up, this is going back a week ago, maybe 2 weeks now. I had made a comment that Vietnam confronted Chinese fishermen and sank their boats, put their fishing boats on fire, burnt them to the ground. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I cannot find that story either now. So I don't know what to tell you. It apparently wasn't on USNI because I searched that website up and down and sideways. So I don't know where I saw that story, but it had video of it happening. So I know something like that happened. But for life of me, I cannot find it either. The other place I get my news is Twitter. So it might have been a Twitter post that I saw the video on, which would explain why I can't find it. My Twitter feed updates so much, so fast. I can rarely find the same story twice. But the fact that that story's not being reported everywhere makes me wonder about it too. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Other than I'll tell you I did look for it, and I also could not find it. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm glad you came back and asked me because I was thinking about you as I was looking for it. The Vietnam sank several Chinese vessels. Yeah, somebody else is saying the same thing. I cannot find that story anywhere in the news, and that's my fucking job, is to find those stories. Who's reporting that? If anyone knows. Smoke Jaguar, do you know? Yeah, someone's saying it happened years ago. I know it did happen years ago. It's happened repeatedly off the coast of Vietnam. Vietnam does not play with China. China will straight up attack them. I'm sorry, Vietnam will attack China because they've done that in the past. They have a history of doing that at sea. Wow, this guy must be really far away. I can't believe that our torpedo does not see him. How far away is that? Holy smokes. That's wild. 32,000 yards. Holy cow. Our torpedo's about to run out of fuel. All right, I guess this guy's going to have to get away. I don't know why he wasn't prosecuting us. He's out there going active. I don't know. You saw it in one of the China reporting channels? Oh. Yeah, I didn't even think to go back to check that. Yeah, I don't believe anything that comes out of China, so maybe it was fake. I mean, they had video, so they got the video from somewhere, but it may not have been a related incident. I don't know. But I think that's how it's going to kick off. I think my opinion is war between the United States and China will not start between the United States and China. It won't even start with Taiwan. It will start between North Korea, South Korea. It will start between Cambodia, Thailand. It will start in the adjacent countries that China supports and America is adjacent to. Because our Marines every year train in Thailand. Where does Thailand buy its weapons? Not from America, but buy them from China. So Thailand has their hands in both of our countries' militaries. One for training, one for weapons. And China and Cambodia are about to go after each other too. That's kind of scary. I don't know much about what's going on right now other than that it kicked off again. They like straight up used long-range Chinese rockets in Cambodia and killed a couple people. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I guess we're not going to get that sub and we're out of weapons. It was an Akula. He was just so far away. Okay, that's fine. All right. I think that's going to be it for this week because we are out of weapons, but we did collect or complete the mission, even though we didn't get the submarine. We got credit for it. So hopefully the Admiral will give us orders to go back to Guam and reload because that's what we got to do. Hey, we got a medal. We got the Silver Star. Now we're talking. This is the kind of medal we deserve right here. Silver Star. Let's get that Navy Distinguished Cross. That's the one I want next. All right. Yep. It says report to Guam. And that makes the title of this stream accurate. We went to Guam and back again, just like I planned. We spent all of our weapons within a 2.5 hour period, as God intended. All hail Zorg and Lockheed Martin shareholders. All say praise because we're about to buy some more weapons from Lockheed and Raytheon. All right. Hey, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there. Enjoy your Christmas and Hanukkah, all the other holidays that are this time of year. Everybody's got a holiday. And we'll see you guys next Wednesday. I don't think that's Christmas, is it? Okay. I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye. Have a good one. That's our thumbnail. Look at that. That's my little submarine. Creeping around. Ain't got no weapons left. Trying to get back home.